Alright, what's up guys? So today we got a pretty unique video. So we're gonna compare Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 graphics to Killzone Mercenary graphics. It might sound crazy, but I've been looking at the clips and I honestly think they're pretty close. Like, it's not too much of a difference if you compare it to certain aspects of the three games. So let's go ahead and look at Killzone 2 first. So recorded the little beginning part, but we're gonna skip through that, so we don't need that, and we'll get through some of the gameplay. Now, as you look here, you can see that we got classes in Killzone 2 and 3. I've realized that they're in both of them, and you can pick scout, sniper, engineer, medic. I personally always use the medic because I just love healing people and getting that extra XP. So yeah, so I go ahead and just pick medic, and then I get into the game. So right now you're probably looking at it like, wow, why are you even comparing these graphics? But what I want you to do is look at the gun. I don't know why, but every time I play both of them, I'm always staring at that gun and looking at how smooth it is. So I know when we get to the Killzone Mercenary, I'll bring out both of them. But for now, let's just look at this. Let's just take it all in. Smell that fresh air of Killzone 2 greatness. And right here, I start marveling at the shadow. I don't know. I just saw one of these guys' videos that was talking about the shadow, and I just realized, look at that. It's on here, and it's on there, and these are two different consoles. I wouldn't even consider that a console. Let's consider that a handheld device. And there, I just get shot, but I totally forgot how to zoom in because it's you press R3, and I kept pressing L1, which is the melee, and I was like, what's going on right now? And yeah, I died. But that's alright. Let's just keep looking at the graphics for a little bit longer. Alright, that's enough. Now we're gonna go over to some Killzone Mercenary gameplay that I'm gonna tell you right now. I got from a guy named Vita vs 3DS. What I did was I downloaded his video mainly because I wanted to get the full grasp of its quality. So I'm using my camera, I get a good bone, you can see it, but I want to get a direct feed, the capture card that I don't have. So right off the bat, you can already tell there's not as many moving pixels, but like I said, we're not worried about that right now. This is a handheld device. We're talking about a PS3, one of the most powerful things out right now. So we're not worried about all the moving objects. We're worried about how smooth and crisp the graphics are. Like I said before, look at that gun. This gun is pretty comparable to the Killzone 2 gun. Of course, it has that slight better, but let's just put it down to a handheld device level. When you think of a handheld, you think of a phone, a PSP, maybe now people start thinking about a Vita, 3DS, and all that stuff. You don't see this, alright? If someone did not know anything about a Vita and they saw this, I can guarantee you they would think this is a console game right now, as you're looking at it. Without knowing those buttons mean you can press the screen or anything, they would definitely tell. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put both of them on screen, and you'll see it's not too bad. Like I said before, you got to kind of compress Killzone 2 down to a handheld level. Try to imagine it actually being on a handheld in a way. I know that might take away, you guys might be saying, oh, stupid, what you saying? But I don't know, it's just, honestly, as I'm looking at it right now, it's really looking pretty on par. Of course, different things like the green inside the scope and stuff, but I mean, it's still the same thing. It really looks good. Of course, the colors, they look real different, but it still doesn't take away from the graphics. That's what we're trying to get right now. Alright, next up we got Killzone 3. So the map I chose for this is really weird. It's really snowy, as you can see, and it was really annoying. I was like, why did I pick this map? But it was too deep in already, you know. I was like, oh, I'm in that P. I can't come out. So I decided just to keep the map and, you know, take what I give you. All right.
Body counts. Kill them all.
Now, when you're looking at this, you're probably like, dude, there's no way this shit can even compare to Killzone Mercenary. Cause you're right, you know, this is on a whole different level of Killzone 2, and it's like a whole nother book in Killzone Mercenary. But what I was trying to say before is, whenever I say compress it down to a mobile game, when you think of a mobile game, you're not gonna have all this snow. You're not gonna have all these little. You see that ash that just came out from the grenade? You're not gonna add. I mean, you'll maybe add it, but you won't add all this detail. You're not gonna do that, because what you're trying to do is get as much content out. You're trying to pump that shit out and get as much content and still have some good graphics. You're not gonna get all this snow, this moving shit, everything's moving. It's just insane. You're not gonna try to do that for a mobile game. For console, of course, you have more power to work with, so you know that's an added bonus to make it look more realistic, which Guerrilla Games does a great job at. Like this, you see this, you look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty looks like a pile of poop. It's crazy. Alright, now it's that time again. We're gonna go ahead and put both of them on screen, you know, and just take a look at the gun. Like I said before, the gun is as smooth, the textures are pretty decent. Like, you could compare it to them. Of course, you don't have all these particles and everything just crazy, you know. You can say, like I said before, look at it as a mobile game. Another thing that I want to point out is they use the same engine as for the two games. For Killzone, they use Killzone 3's engine. So when you look at the sprinting emotion, you look at the one in Killzone 3, look at the one in Killzone Mercenary, they're basically the same. They got that little gauge and blur at the side when you're sprinting. It's not as seeable on a Vita as it is a PS3, but if you look at it on a Vita, you can definitely tell that they got that gauge and blur shit going on, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, this is a PS Vita versus 3DS's clip for Killzone Mercenary, but I recorded the Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 clips with my, I recorded. So yeah, this is just shout outs to him. I didn't really ask him to use it. I just told him I'm gonna use it. He didn't reply to the comment, and I just said I'm gonna use it, and I said I'll give him credit, which I am. So yeah, right. So yeah, that's the comparing. Honestly, I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty close. Of course, whenever you look at them, as if you wanted both of them to be mobile games, like I've been saying throughout the whole video, it might sound crazy, but I mean, you can't. In all honesty, a game like that made by Guerrilla Games, Guerrilla Kingdom, whatever the hell their name is, a game made by them on console and on Vita. No matter how good the Vita one is, they put so much effort and work into the PS3 one that there's no way anything can compare to that. There's no, honestly, in my opinion, there's no game out right now that looks better than Killzone 3. The game is outstanding. I think it's ridiculous. So, of course, a game by both of them, by them, made on the Vita is gonna still not look as good as a PS3. So actually, if you guys want me to make a comparison between Killzone Mercenary and Call of Duty Black Ops, I'll do that, because I have Black Ops. I don't got Black Ops 2, sorry about that, but I got Black Ops. So we can easily do a comparison of that if you want me to. So just put that in the comments if you want that, or if there's any other game that I might have, if you want to do a comparison, just ask. I might have it, and I'll get to it. So yeah, peace out, guys.
You're now rocking with the best. Pass me the mic and turn me up. Bound to blow any moment. Now I'm about to self-destruct. Man, I'm just a normal dude. We're far from normal dreams. Doing donuts in the whip. I ain't talking Krispy Kreme, so sit back and watch me kill it. A dynasty rebuilding.